At times you won't want to come out the house.
It's hard living. Life is hard. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard. When you're working on something and you put everything you have in it, and it doesn't work out, you lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. You will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you.
See, the point is, you don't know how much future you've got. What's gone is gone. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Some of you have had divorces. Some of you have probably had bankruptcies. Some of you have had terrible things happen in the past. But what's gone is gone. It's in the past. And to spend your time focusing on the past is to spend the only thing that you've got, and that's what's right here, right now, because the sand never stops running. This is all we've got. And to spend your time now thinking of what happened there is making absolute certain that the future is going to be the same as the past. Now, I don't suppose many of us spend a lot of time thinking about that, but a lot of us spend a lot of time making that error.
Now, you can either accept that or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin. You do the math. You solve one problem, and you solve the next one.
Whatever drama you may be dealing with, this is not the end of you. No matter what it is not the end. You can't quit now. And the only way out is through.
All you do is you fall down, get back up again, fall down, get back up again, fall down, get back up again. That's how you win.
You got to be bold in life, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not bold, if you're not standing up inside yourself, if you're not willing to call into being the highest and the strongest that's within you when you're facing life's challenges, life will trample you. But see, when you discover the truth of this goodness, this power that you have within you, that truth will set you free from ever being a victim in life. That truth will enable you to handle things with a level of equanimity that will surprise you. Getting unstuck means that you are going to start living life on your terms, rather than just gliding through every day on automatic. That you have a special power within, that you know that things are going to get better for you. You know that you can handle this, and because you want some different kind of results in your life, you've got to decide that I'm going to go all out.
Now listen to me. I don't care what you're going through. If you're not dead, he ain't through with you yet. As long as you waking up, you still in the game. As long as you alive, you can still make it happen. As long as that breath.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having an amazing, amazing, amazing week so far. 7's in the chat if you can see me. 5's in the chat if you can hear me. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Enter full screen. All right. Perfect. 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 All right. We're going to jump right in and we're going to get it. Let me grab my phone real quick. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good week? Awesome. All right. Obviously, we didn't trade on Monday. It was a holiday. Yesterday, I actually just got back in town, so I did not do any trading yesterday. And then obviously we're on today, and hopefully we'll be on tomorrow as well. So a couple days this week. Let's get a bag and let's make it happen. So on my screen here, obviously you guys see just currency.com. That's the only thing that I trade is obviously US30. And we're obviously looking at, something being respected here. So we're going to go ahead and break this down. The only thing that I do is you'll go in here to indicators. You'll choose your DeLorean. Okay. And obviously the reason why we like the DeLorean is it has 5 indicators in one. Okay. If you want to actually learn the DeLorean strategy, you can actually go out to YouTube, and you can learn the strategy. A lot of different videos that you can watch on the DeLorean strategy. But we're obviously not going to go through that today. We're just going to obviously use the 200 EMA. All right. So we're going to get rid of everything else. We're obviously looking at a sell. Okay. We could have we knew that before we actually even pulled out our EMA. We had this big drop. Okay. All these red candles, obviously telling us that we're looking for a sell. Okay. So I'll tell you right now, kind of the area of, kind of the ceiling that I'm looking at here. This is kind of a ceiling here. Let's break this down by bank zones now. Okay. So we're going to grab our horizontal, and we're just going to look at bank zones. And the reason why we do that is obviously we want to know what bank zones are being respected. Okay. And kind of look for our ceilings, look for our support, our areas of support and resistance, based off those bank zones. So this is a bank zone right here that if we can come up and reach, I feel like we'll rubber band off of. We've seen her respect this area, and we saw her break through. So obviously she just broke structure, and so now we're looking for a retest off of that structure. Okay, so again, she broke structure. We're now waiting for a retest off of that structure. Okay, here was a break of structure. She retested that structure, and boom. Okay, so broke structure, retest structure. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. All right. Let me get some music going here. Let's get some music going here. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh. All right. So I like to also look at where the middle points of these bank zones are as well. Okay. So again, we're going to look at this. We're going to paint that yellow, and we're going to see kind of where the middle part is. And actually, as you can see, that is a zone here as well. But again, I'd like her to come up a little bit higher. This is a huge resistance point here. Okay, this is a huge resistance point here. Again, I don't know that we'll come up that high. That's a 50 point. So again, this tells us this is 50 points. Okay, so we're talking about a 50 point pullback. Okay, could we get a 25 point pullback? Sure, absolutely. Okay, so again, we're going to be prepared and ready for whichever one. All right. All right, so we're going to continue to drop here. Okay, we're obviously on a 5 minute. Okay, we're on a 5 minute. We do have 2 minutes left on this candle. Actually, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on this candle. So we're going to see if we can get a pull up into this area. Okay, and this is kind of the first area that we're going to look at here. Okay, and this is kind of the first area that we're going to look at here. Okay, again, keep in mind that if she breaks through this area, she will come up here. Okay, and I am prepared for that. So if we get in here and she pulls back, that's 25 points. Okay, let me tell you where my tolerance is. All right. Okay, my stop loss is around here. My stop loss is around here. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let me get rid of this here. All right, let's get ready here. All right, we are ready. Come on up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on up and a little bit more. A little bit more. I'm about to get in. I'm about to get in. I'm about to get in. I did not get in. Who got in? You should be done with that trade already. You should be done with that trade. Do we get signals? I don't give signals. I actually, just take market execution. I don't do any type of signals. I definitely have some things planned where I will definitely be doing, giving out some signals as far as just based off of higher time frames. But right now, this is a scalp session. So we are literally scalping the market. We are doing market executions. I am not putting any take profits. I'm not setting any stop losses. That's all up to you. I'm looking at 5 to 10 points and I'm out. Okay. I know what my numbers are based off of my my lot size. So again, if you, I wanted her to come up a little bit more, so I was being a little bit patient. If you got in that trade, you should already be out. That was literally about a 25-point drop. Okay, did anybody get in that trade right there? That was a 25-point drop from where she hit this here, where we just called that. Okay, I did not get in. I was messing around with some zones, but again, she's gonna come back up there. She's gonna test. She's gonna retest that area, and we're just gonna be patient. Okay. All right, so we're just waiting for a pull. We're just going to be patient now. She did on that last candle, on the last 5-minute candle, she did come into our green zone. If you did get into that trade, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if you did take that trade when she came into the green and if you're done for the day. Because honestly, here's the deal. She came down and dropped about 25 points. You should be done with the day if you got in at this wick. I did not. I was messing around with some levels. I did not get in. I wanted her to come up a little bit more, but she did not. Awesome. Good job, LaDonna. But again, she's going to retest that area, and I'm definitely ready for her to retest that area. All right, let's get ready. Let's see if she pulls. Let's see if she pulls all the way back up here. That's about a 25-point pullback that we're asking her to come up to. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to try to get in right here. Okay, I'm about to get in. Right now. Boom, I'm in. I'm in. And I'm in. 5 entries. Boom. And we are in big profit. Again, like I said, guys, I did not do any stop losses. And so, again, I'm just letting her ride down. Boom. I'm closing some stuff out right now. Let's go. Big drop US30. I'm closing some stuff out right now. Boom. Big profit. There we go. Let's go. We're done with this session. This session's done, guys. This session's done. This session's done. As you can hear, I'm closing these out right now. Bam. Let's go. All right. So this is what we did for this session. This is what we did for this session. We took 5 trades. We took 5 trades. We did 5 trades. Literally in and out. Just like that. I set no TPs. I set no stop losses. She literally dropped and we got a bag. And that's what we do, guys. Honestly, we literally just get in and out. We literally just get in and out. We don't play around. We just get in and out. 41.79 for the session. And it literally took us a minute once we were able to get in the trade. Okay. One trade we did 21 points. Another trade we did 15 points. Another trade we did 16 points. Another trade we did 11 points. And then the final trade we did 11 points. So on average, we did about 13 points each trade. And that's all that we needed. And like I said, guys, I set no stop losses. I set no TP. It would have taken too much time to do so. So I knew exactly, like I said before, I got in right here, 50-point pullback. That's what these lines, each of these lines measures 25 points. So I know exactly, like if she pulls back way up here, I'm out. Okay. But I was also prepared for her to pull back up to this area here, because look at this resistance right here. Look at this resistance right here. Look at this. Look at this area right here. Okay, she's going to pull back up here because she has to correct. She will always correct. Okay, so she will correct. She will correct up into this area. And if you threw a fib on this, and again, guys, I don't use a lot of these indicators, but again, like I have in the past, if you throw a fib on this, I can promise you this is probably about 0.60. Okay, this is about 0.60 if you threw a fib on this. Okay, let's just do it for laughs and giggles here. Let's see. Gosh, I haven't used a fib in I don't know how long. Look at this, guys. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. Okay, look at this. Okay, this was her last big drop. Literally, look at this. If she retraces your golden zone, it's right here. Again, like, that's just throwing up a quick fib. Do you know what I mean? That's your golden zone right there. So if you're looking for an intraday trade, go up to a bigger time frame and look at this. Okay, look at this right here on the 15-minute. Look at this on the 15-minute. Look how pretty this is. Okay, I want to get this video off. All right. So look at this. Look how pretty this is, guys. Came here, respected it, shot back up, then came here, broke it. Wait for this retest. Okay, I don't know what this number is on your broker, but figure that out. Figure that out, what that number is right there on your broker, and set that up if that's what you want to do. But again, I'm telling you, break of structure, retest of structure, break of structure, retest of structure. Okay? Break of structure, retest of structure. All right? So again, she will correct. Okay? She will correct. And there's levels. So that's the first level that she could recorrect to. Okay? Then we get up into this level. Then we get up into this level. So again, like, and if you look to the left here, this is the second level. Okay? So if you look at this here, look at this. She broke structure here. Let me just put this out. And again, I'm going to look at bank zones. I'm not going to draw support resistance. I'm going to look at bank zones. Okay? So again, look at this. Respected this, then broke this bank zone, then respected it, then fell back down. Check this out. This right here, this candle, this wick, is about 12 points. You would have been in and out on that scalp. But what happened? She retested. She retested, came down, then look, boom, broke structure. Okay? Broke structure. There were also some retests off of that structure to the upside as well. So again, understand, guys, like as a scalper, we don't have to look in one direction. I go with the trend. You know, obviously you hear the trend is the friend. But again, like, you can go whichever direction you like. Okay? When I get on, I just show you what my strategy is, and I show you, you know, how I trade. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you have to trade. Okay? Look at this hour structure right here. Boom, look at this hour structure. Look at this structure. Like you got two levels here. If she comes up here and breaks this, boom, guess what? I'm going to get a bag off of this level right here. Like again, she's not going to just continue straight up. Okay? So again, that's how we take intradays, guys. Like that's how we look at intradays. We just get out on these higher time frames. Okay, we get out on these higher time frames and we look for opportunities. Okay, we look for break of structure. Where has she broken structure? And where does she need to go back to? Okay? Where did she leave money on the table? Where are their stop losses? Where do people have stop losses? Okay? You know, as we talk about, I look at like trading like playing like blackjack or playing cards, you know. You have to play like the dealer, right? Okay, but again, like you know, there's certain things that the dealer can't do. Okay, there's certain things that the dealer can't do. All right, they have to stay on 17. They have to, you know, there's things that the dealer can't do. Where again, utilizing these tools that I'm showing you, like we have the ability to be able to stop, go. We have the ability to be able to grab 5 points, 10 points, whatever, however many points you want to grab, you can. At one point, we were actually scalping 3 points. We were making 3-point trades. Obviously, we were doing, you know, 20 trades a day. But again, again, it's up to you as far as what that strategy looks like. You know what I mean? Any questions? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? If you have questions, type it in the chat, and I'll get those answered for you. Okay, anytime that there's a break of structure, there's liquidity. Okay, and she's always going to go back and pick up that liquidity. Okay, she's always going to go back. What I would recommend that you do is do some research in regards to when are you and Dan going to do a trading? Dan. San? Honestly, I need to reach out to San. We're actually going to, I think San has a very interesting story. I definitely want to do a podcast with San. I have a podcast called the Revenue Channel, and again, I think it's very important to hear San's story. Man, we can do a training. We can do a training. We can definitely do a training. I personally am going to be doing a lot more on my channel. Again, it's just a matter of just finding the time, to be honest. But again, I'd like to definitely kind of share some strategies. I mean, you guys obviously, want to hear some strategies. Honestly, like I keep things very simple, but at the end of the day, I'll definitely go through, some indicators that are great indicators. The RSI. How do you use a MACD? Again, these are things that obviously we know how to do. Really, how Sad and I trade, it may be a little bit more advanced, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that Sad has 10 plus years of trading. It's definitely sometimes tough to go back to the basics when you have that much experience. I've been trading a little bit over 3 years. So again, like I've gotten so deep into my ways and what works for me that sometimes it's hard to go back to, what were you saying we need to do some research on? Liquidity. Look up US30 and liquidity. So, go to YouTube and look up US30 liquidity and bank zones and institutional trading. So that's the trading style that we trade is institutional trading. It's institutional trading. You'll learn about liquidity. You'll learn about how she retests and how she goes back to liquidity and volume. Okay. Where again, like I've done all this research on that, and again, I don't necessarily, again, I think it's very important to understand what liquidity is, and understanding those type of terms. And again, that's just understanding the basic skill sets of trading. Do you know what I mean? So like candle bodies, wicks. There's many different body structure, candle structures. Some people, look for different, patterns. Trading, there's tons of patterns. I'm not a pattern trader. Can I recognize patterns? Absolutely. I like I said, I got into, to go live, I Am Academy. I'm very up on education. So again, like I was in structured education every single night learning how to trade. One thing with YouTube is obviously it's a little scattered, but again, just take good notes, just, journal everything. If you have questions about things that you see, on YouTube, bring them back to your team, bring them back to your community. We can confirm them. We can, validate things for you. So my question is when to get in on the pullback candle. So honestly, like it's really up to you. It's really up to you on when you get into that pullback candle. There's not really like there's a place for it. Like obviously if I see it jumping, like let's go back here. Okay. We obviously want to get in where it's going to make a wick. Okay. We obviously want to get in at the top of the wick, and that's what we want. That's what we want to do. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes she continues to move forward. Okay. So like, for example, if you got in, let's say you saw this big candle here. Okay. Let me blow this up. Okay. Let's say you saw this big candle right here. You saw this big candle. Okay. You're like, I'm going to get in. Oh, let me erase that. Okay. Let me go back here. Okay, you get in on this big candle. I don't know why it wants to grab that. That's so weird. Give me 1 second. Okay, it wants to jump on this line. Okay. Let me erase this. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we're talking about, let me get on my time frame here. Chicago. Okay, so we're talking about this 830 candle. Okay, so let's say I wanted to catch this retest off this 830 candle. Okay, so now then we get a green candle. She comes all the way up here. Okay, and let's say I got in right here. Okay, again, I was hoping that she would fall. She would fall. She hit this wick here. She would fall. She actually came up though. So again, if you look at this, let's just get a ruler. That's literally 13 points. Okay? So that would have been about a 13, 15 point pullback that we would have had to just be patient and wait for. And then guess what? Boom, she fell and she gave us our drop. Okay? So again, again, it comes down. Reggie uses a 1 minute. So again, it really kind of just comes down to really finding what works for you guys. That's what I'm saying. Reggie uses the 1 minute. Okay. I don't use a 1 minute. I may look at the 1 minute here and there, but again, I look at the 5 minute and usually I'm able to really depict, I'm really able to, based off of just judgment, based off of just what I see all the time with US30, I'm usually able to have a great eye with the 5 minute. Okay. But again, if you go down to the 1 minute, it shows you exactly what she's doing right now. Okay. Obviously it's moving a lot faster, but again, if that's your trading style, then great. And that's the biggest thing, guys. Honestly, that's the biggest thing that I had to learn is that, I'm watching these other people trade, but what I'm doing is just figuring out what my style is. Okay. Taking a little bit from this person, taking a little bit from that person, because here's the deal is I don't have the temperament that maybe that trader has. I don't have the tolerance that trader has. I don't have the patience that trader has. I don't have, maybe the skill set that trader has. So trying to duplicate what that trader's doing is very challenging. Okay. You're not going to get the exact entry that I get because literally, like I said before, is we may be on different brokers. I'm just telling you, the internet may have a lag. So again, that's where, again, really figuring out how to identify these things. Signals are great. Trust me, signals are amazing. But if you can learn to be the signal, you've won. Do you know what I mean? Signals are great, and obviously as a community, we will definitely continue to give signals, and we'll definitely continue to help. But don't become dependent on those signals, because at the end of the day, if I'm not on or Sand doesn't put the signal out, then guess what? You don't eat. Where again, hey, if I didn't get the signal tonight, guess what? Boom, I'm gonna go get the signal myself because I know how to trade and I know the skill set. And that's where the confidence comes in, and that's where the mindset comes in. Is just again, don't signals are great. But again, that's one thing that Sam talks about is teaching you how to become an independent trader, how to become independent. It's like children. We want our children, to go out there and be independent. Obviously, we're here to catch them. We're here to help them. We're here to help them grow. We're here to work through lessons that they may have in life. But we want them to go out there and be independent people, independent individuals. You know what I mean? So again, same thing here is, every single day we just do repetitive movements. And again, it's all to help you, obviously, see things and become that better trader. So I trade on 5 minute. 2 minute gives us estimate of the 5 minute. Absolutely. So that 2 minute is obviously just that 5 minute broken down into 2 bars. Do you know what I mean? So again, you can pretty much see based off that 2 minute, that 1 minute, over the next 5 minute, what potentially can happen. Yeah, absolutely. And Reggie has Reggie has obviously, studied that and he's worked with that and that works for him. You know what I mean? So cool. Good stuff. What other questions? Any other questions? So did that answer your question, Nicole? And again, keep in mind, guys, that there's no right or wrong. Here's the deal. I could say, hey, I'm going to get this pullback. And guess what? She could blow through this and just jump. And again, it just not be my morning. You know what I mean? So again, there's not a right or wrong, and there's not a definite answer. You know what I mean? Like if I was trading on this 830 candle and I saw this break of structure, because look, she broke the structure. Look, consolidation, 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 consolidation. Then she broke down. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to retest it. She may not retest this. She may not retest here. She may retest up here. Okay. So again, there's always going to be a pullback. She doesn't go to one specific point. Okay. She goes to zones. Okay. So obviously, as we're working on these individual points, we've set up zones. These are bank zones. These are not bank points. These are not, these are not just, just she's going to come to this level. These are zones. So if I set up a zone, if she comes in that zone, okay, I could say, hey, I want you to come higher in the zone. That's my own preference. But if she hits that zone, there's not a right or wrong. Okay. Whether I get a 5-point pullback, whether I get a 15-point pullback, there's not a right or wrong. Again, my tolerance is 50 points. I know what I can handle. I can handle a 50-point pullback. Okay. But I also know that I have a downtrend. And it's not a matter of if she's going to fall. It's a matter of when. So again, like pullback 50 points, man, like there's got to be new it has to happen. It has to be news, or it has to be something that made her pull back that much. Because usually a pullback's around 25, 35 points if I got a bad entry. But 50 points, news happened. There's a reversal. There's something that's happening. 50 points is a big pullback. But again, she can hit 50 points very quickly. What are the questions you guys have? Cool. Let me know if there's any other questions. We'll stay on for a little bit. We're not currently looking at any trades right now. Okay, good. Absolutely, Maribel. That's great. And you'll see me. I'll look at the 15-minute. I'll look at the 30. I'll look at the hour. I'll look at, is that 5-minute structure? Is this 5-minute structure? What does it look like at the 15? Look at this right here. Okay. Look, 5-minute structure at 32,850. Guess what? Same structure right here at 15-minute. What does it look like on the half hour? Look at that. Boom. Respected. Respected. 1 hour. Man, that's amazing structure. That 32,850 has been respected at each time zone. Okay. Okay. So what is she going to do? She's going to come back up here. Okay. Let me tell you. This 32,850 is someone's stop loss. This 32,850 is someone's stop loss. She's going to come back and she's going to get that. If they are not trailing their stop, she's going to come back and get that money. Okay. 32,825 right here, someone's stop loss. She's going to come back and get that money. She's going to come back and get that money. Why? Because she just broke structure. She's going to come back and retest the structure. But again, we're scalpers. She wasn't going to do it in the time frame that we wanted. But again, if you're an intraday, this would be a zone that I would look at. Why? Because she's respected in a multi time frames. Okay, she's respected that zone on multiple time frames. She's respected that 32,850. She's going to come back up there and get that money. And that's what I say, like, understand liquidity. You may not understand, like, go back and get that money, but again, look up liquidity. Understand what liquidity is. And you'll see what liquidity is, okay? Because there was someone that said, if she breaks the structure, I'm going to take a trade, okay? She broke the structure, and then I'm going to either put my stop loss up here, or I'm going to put my stop loss at the top of this candle, okay, at the top of this wick, okay? So again, like, that's what you want to look at. All right. But cool, that's it, guys. We had an amazing session, and again, I will definitely, try to just kind of, give a little knowledge, or, just kind of share, my experience, or kind of just walk through, some scenarios with you guys, as we jump on these sessions. I know my sessions can be very quick. But again, I don't have anything fancy to give you guys. I don't have a fancy strategy. I don't, I don't, work off of RSIs, or, MACDs, or, mixture of any of those. Again, I literally, when we got on, I said, set up your 200 utilizing the DeLorean. Okay. And then literally set up your bank zones. And we literally set up one bank zone with, with mid zones here. Okay. Each of these sections is 25 points. Each of these sections is 25 points. Okay. The white, 50 points. Okay. So again, it's like a ruler. It helps me measure where can she possibly pull back to? Okay. What does that pullback look like? Okay. Look at this, guys. Look. Okay. She came down here. She pulled back 25 points. Look at this. Came down here. She pulled back about 30 points. Okay. If you see a pullback of 50 points, we're looking at a reversal of some sort, or there's some big news. Okay. 50 points is a big move. 50 points is a big move. All right. Perfect. But again, guys, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys so much. Like I said, a couple things to look at: liquidity, bank zones, institutional trading. Okay, if you want to learn this DeLorean trading strategy, look that up. Okay, there's tons of people that have broke down the DeLorean. Okay, and how to use these 5 EMAs. Okay, again, if that's what you want to do, there's so many strategies, guys. Like, there's so many ways to really be able to really learn this skill set, and to learn this game. It's just a matter of just, once you find what's comfortable to you, then just continuing over and over and over daily, practicing that and doing that. So, but again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate the support. Definitely stay tuned. Stan and I, we're going to definitely get together. Again, I think, like I said before, I think really understanding, Stan's story, and understanding the journey that he's gone on completely from when he first got into trading, and just really his mindset, and just really how he's developed into the leader that he is today. I think it's very important to definitely highlight that. So I'll definitely be reaching out to Sam. We'll definitely do that. I don't have much planned over the next couple of weeks. I will I'll be out of town in Denver mid-June, but hopefully in this next week we could definitely get Sam on, and just chop it up and have a conversation. When I do my podcast, really it's just a conversation. It's just, tell me your story, and again, I think, and anytime that you can share your story, there's people out there that need to hear it. Again, Sam has an amazing story, and we're going to share it with the world. So again, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. So many other things that you guys can be doing, in the mornings, but you guys jump on and, definitely just, listen to me talk, and we get some bags. So again, I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, but again, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the morning. And again, we try to get on between 8:45 and 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Again, we were running a little bit late with the parental duties this morning. But again, we got on. We did what we needed to do, and we're on with the rest of our day. So again, thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys in the morning, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.